How's it going, boys and gals? It's me, Amudahar here, and today I want to talk about what Dream just dropped his response to the allegations of grooming and pedophilia, which are the most important, but overall, just in general, every allegation that has been laid out against him. And overall, I would say that this response to the allegations is good enough for me to comfortably say that Dream is innocent. And you might be thinking, hey, that's kind of a weird way to word it. You know, the whole point of this video is to prove his innocence, so why is it just good enough that he did that? And the answer to that is quite simple. It's good enough for me because I watched the video. For the general public, I don't think that's going to be the case. For now, I'll say that, though. I do think that it won't be the case for now, but eventually, history will be in Dream's favor. Because it's very clear, to me at least, and I'm assuming everybody who's watched this video, but it's very clear that Dream has all of the puzzle pieces that are necessary to prove his innocence. However, he is lacking in one area, and that is presentation. Now, first off, the video is just straight up out of order, and you might be wondering why I'm saying that, because if you watch the video, you'll know that it is in chronological order as to when these events happened. Take, for instance, Quite's response to the allegations he was facing earlier this year. Basically, he has the video laid out in chronological order. However, he directly starts the video with his account of the day the quote-unquote victim claimed that they were raped. He addressed that first because that was the most important thing at the time. Now take Dream's video, where his account of the first allegation is 23 minutes in, and yes, it is chaptered correctly, so you can just jump into whatever you want if you don't care about all this other stuff, but it is still the very first thing, because the first thing that people need to see is proof that you are innocent. Because otherwise, a lot of people are just going to take one look at the beginning where you talk about the face leak, which isn't really that serious, and just assume you're guilty, assume you're fibbing for the entirety of this video. And then the second thing when it comes to presentation is the way this video was edited. Now, this video is edited very well, very nice, very pleasant. It should not be edited this way. There's a reason why these response videos are edited and cut together so dry. There's a reason why when information is given to you, it's just flashed up on screen for you to stare at and read. It's because it displays a level of authenticity. It displays a level of professionalism, let's say. This is edited like a YouTube Minecraft video essay or whatever the fuck. There's a part of this video where he talks about the Nicholas Cantu altercation, which is probably like the absolute worst part of the video, because he completely animates it with Cantu being portrayed as Gumball and then him being portrayed with his little penis figure, and like the PNGs like fight, the PNGs like are dragged along. It's animated, and it's like, this is not the tone you should be aiming for. This video should be dry, it should be boring, and it should be straightforward. It should not have all of these fancy cuts. It should not have all of these fancy animations. It should be straight to the point and concise. And again, it sucks because the meat of the video, the actual contents within this, the evidence that is presented to show his innocence, is really good. It is really rock solid. He even mentions this document, this 25-page document that I thought that he was never even going to think about mentioning. So yeah, this video is just a little bit too, I guess, smart for its own good, I would say. But overall, I think Dream did a very good job addressing it, a very good job apologizing for a lot of things, and just overall compiled all of the information very nicely. He should have just switched around the way this video was formatted. Alright, so let's get on to the public response. It is fucking abysmal. If you have watched this video and you go onto Twitter and see people talking about literally anything, you will know 100% that everybody is talking out of their ass. It is, like, genuinely fucking disgusting. It is so clear that everyone who is talking about this has either not watched the video or has a very skewed and fucked representation of this video given to them by somebody who has incentive to lie to them. It proves to me that people just want to see blood. They don't actually give a fuck about people being right or wrong. It's very obvious that nobody here gives a fuck about victims. They don't fucking give a shit about that. They just want to dunk on somebody they view as a predator. I expected to see people apologize. I expected to see people admit wrongdoing, or hell, even fucking, like, at the very least, quote-unquote, justify their actions. Nothing. Nothing. People are just tweeting as if this video never fucking came out. People have already made up their minds and have pretended that they've done the research, that they know for 100% fact that he's a child predator. This is such a fucked scenario, honestly, and I do genuinely feel bad for Dream. Yes, I did call him a moron, and I stand by that, and I think even he agrees with me. In the last video, I said that this man had dug himself such a big hole that I didn't think he was going to be able to get himself out of it, and I was kinda right. He handled the situation very poorly in the beginning, and then he followed it up with something that should have been the entire response in the fucking first place. But, and there's literally zero reason now to believe anything otherwise, he's innocent, and it still sucks that an innocent person is getting dragged purely because people just have this vitriolic hatred against him that goes deeper than just surface level allegations. Generalized statement here. If you continue to talk about Dream and continue to talk about him being a pedophile despite not even watching his fucking response video, you're a shitty person. You are absolutely 100% without any way of denying it. You're a bad person. You're the villain in that scenario. I guarantee you, everybody who should answer for their actions in this situation will absolutely not. They'll sweep this under the rug and pretend it never happened, or they'll continue to make jokes about it and they'll be seen as the heroes. You know, it's funny. I remember when Critical dropped his video talking about this situation and holding a neutral sense. There was an entire thread made against him showing that it was actually dangerous and that he was providing false information because he didn't agree with them. That's the reason why you thought he wasn't providing false information, because he didn't agree with you. And again, I keep saying it, but there's no reason to believe he is in the wrong. If Jamie wasn't groomed, which there's no reason to not believe that, she is currently being harassed, heckled for her information, and being sucked dry by the internet just to get the jump on this guy because they hate him so much. Is that not fucked up to you? Is that not fucked up that there's somebody suffering who has done absolutely nothing wrong, period? Overall, this is just the worst response I've ever seen to a situation like this, like, period, just because of the person involved. Like, if you don't like Dream, just say that. You don't need him to be a pedophile. There is tons and tons of several years of this guy being a jagoff that you can pull from if you don't like him. Why do you need him to also be a child predator? Yeah, I hope the best for everyone who deserves it. It's terrible that this happened to them, and I also really hope that the people who fucked up here pay for the consequences of their actions. I really, genuinely, truly do. That's all, and